Hi there, Libra, Healing Grasshopper, here to do your reading for the last week in July, the 24th to the 31st. The devil, okay. Judgment, okay. Yeah, the devil doesn't last too long with Libra, does it? Does he? Okay. There is some kind of limiting belief that spirit is awakening you from. Limiting beliefs or a bad habit. There's something that spirit wants to kind of deliver you from. Four of Pentacles, but it's something that I don't feel that you see that it's a problem yet, Libra. I'm not, hmm, I'm not sure what it is yet. Queen of Wands, not reversed. Queen of Wands under the devil. Okay. It's nice to see the Queen of Wands under the devil because she brings a levity here. Um, reversed. We got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles here is very Libra. There are some limiting beliefs here and some bad habits that are kind of weighing you down in your life, Libra. That is going to be important to let go of because there's you are rebuilding. We're all rebuilding in this energy right now. From all the demolishing and catastrophes that we've been through um, in the past 20 years of uh, Pluto in Capricorn. I talk about it a lot, but it is what it is. And you know what? It's fun to talk about it now because we're all watching this energy change now. So, but that's what this is talking about, the energy changing. That the things that were weighing us down in the past are no longer going to have any power over us. But here's you in the center, Two of Pentacles, where you're managing it. This is, I nicknamed the Two of Pentacles that God doesn't, God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. You're here balancing things and handling it well. Um, we've got the Death card. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. Also glad to see it. This is an ending. Let's see. It's not reversed. Okay. I thought maybe it might have been reversed under the Four of Pentacles, but no. So that would actually make sense. If you're holding on to something, you're delaying a death. But there is a death here. This is an ending to something that you've been holding on to for a while. And since the devil is here, it makes me feel like something that you felt you needed, or even something that you didn't realize needed to go in the first place. We'll see. Three of Wands under the Queen of Wands is your optimism in your path forward that I'm happy to see. Very nice. Fun. See if I can turn the deck around. My jumpers often come out reversed no matter what I do, guys, so it doesn't mean anything. Temperance. Okay. Could we just have one more card, please? Okay. So we've got neither of these are reversed. Temperance and the two of pentacles. Very Libra. Okay. Three of Wands under the Queen of Wands. It's about your outlook when it comes to the things that are weighing you down. Um, this is the watching my ships roll in card, and this is about being confident about one's choices, that you're going to get a favorable result from the choice that you've made. And the Queen of Wands is that feeling personified. It's like, you know, she goes forward with optimism and is confident in her choices. Three of Wands echoes that. Then we have the Sun after the Three of Wands, which is a confirmation of that confidence. You were right to be confident. The Sun is going to come out. Your end results will be favorable. But how do you get there? With balance and alchemy, right? It's very interesting that it came out here in a diagonal line with the devil and the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is also about balance. Both of these cards are, which is what you are all about, Libra. Okay. The devil is about imbalance. There is an imbalance in your life, and Libra is going to use their best strength, which is balancing things out to bring a favorable outcome. What are we balancing? Limiting beliefs. When things, I talked about Pluto and Capricorn, right? We are emerging from a very difficult energy that have been putting us all to the test and making us feel away, you know? When we're engaging in when we're making an effort towards something and it's constantly being knocked down, we start to feel defeated. Like, I'm not doing this right. I'm no good at this. Everything I touch turns to shit. That kind of thing. Over time, that's the way we start to feel. That's one of the things that the devil loves to make us feel like. And I made this reference recently about The Wiz. For those of you who've never seen this movie, take a night to watch this movie. It's really great. It's the black version of The Wizard of Oz, and it is just filled with allegory and just a great movie. just the way the Wizard of Oz is. Very spiritual story. And it has so many messages behind it, right? The Scarecrow is played by Michael Jackson. I'm not going to spoil all of it for you because it's a good deal. It's the same story, but a good deal different than the regular Wizard of Oz. It's delightful. Diana Ross is in it too. So great. Anyway, um, Michael Jackson is the Scarecrow, and he is actually super smart, and he is surrounded by these crows, and the crows are constantly belittling him and insulting him. Um, and they make him sing the song called You Can't Win, right? And whenever the scarecrow starts to muster up any kind of enthusiasm, the crows always are there to shut it down. Like you aren't anything, you're not going to go anywhere, you can't win, right? What am I saying here? It's that comes up often in this type of energy where the devil is very much the crows surrounding you, like you can't win, making you feel like you are worthless, making you feel like you can't possibly, you know, move any further. You are stuck. You're never going to go anywhere. The devil. But spirit is saying all around the devil here, like, that's nonsense. Don't forget who you are. Gather your optimism. Bring some balance back in your life and alchemize your way out of the situation. Okay. So, part of this is your erroneous thought process here, where, you know, you're telling yourself all the wrong and toxic things, where you should be patting yourself on the back and really looking back at the last 20 years, like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I got through that pretty well. And not only did I get through that, but I learned a whole lot. And I've got plenty of tools to take with me moving forward. But this can also be the people, because I keep seeing the crows too. Like the people in your life that don't bring any value to your life, you know? Like, don't come into my house and shit on the floor and expect for me to welcome you, type thing. So, and a million other things. This could also be jobs or businesses that are toxic in your life. There is a whole lot that the entire collective needs to examine. Which, by the way, Virgo's reading this week was very much like that. Virgo got the Queen of Swords in the center here, um, which is more severe than yours, Libra. But what I'm trying to say is that you're not the only one that's got to kind of look around you in your life and see what you have to cut out. Okay? Because it's go time. And you felt like you've been stuck in quicksand all this time, but you're out of the quicksand now, and it's time to move on your path. But you're not going to be able to do that if you're hanging out with the devil over here. You need to unhook yourself from this nonsense. Look at the Ten of Pentacles. Virgo also got the Ten of Pentacles, but I do believe it was here. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles in your outcome, Libra. The devil energy does not want you to get here and will do everything to delay you to get here. But this is what is promised to you, Libra. You are working towards material gain, material gain, abundance, right? Because there are other people here. This is depicting abundance that, so much that you can share with others. So, and in this week, you're going to be feeling that momentum. But whenever you have a negative thought this week, Libra, you need to get on top of it and shut it down. And maybe if you haven't heard of him before or listened to any of his videos, look up Joe Dispenza. 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 He is really good at getting his followers to see how toxic their thoughts are and how their thoughts can impede them and keep you away from your desires. He is a teacher in manifestation, pretty much. Both of these are nice. Not pretty. The Fool. Between the devil and judgment, and we've got Queen of Wands too. Okay. The Fool is, we all know about taking the leap, but there are two stories to the Fool, right? Is this fool foolish, not watching where he's going and he's going to fall to his death? Or does the fool know something that we don't and is looks like he's a fool, but he's really, going to jump down onto the next ledge safely here on the way to something better for himself? Okay? So, but we know that this is the positive fool, not the frivolous fool, not the reckless fool is a better word, right? Because we've got spirit here supporting this fool. This is very much like the angel and the devil on each shoulder, right? We're going to ignore the devil and we're going to follow the angel with enthusiasm, the Queen of Wands says. But also, it's okay, Two of Pentacles, to have a dose of forethought and caution, pragmatism, That's all a balanced statement that I just made there. This is not all on one side. This is enthusiasm, but, forethought too, a balance. High Priestess is about following your intuition. And you can see how she is in between the Judgment and the Four of Pentacles here, is about making sure that you are not too focused on the point, because we would all like to move towards our material gain, but not to be overly focused on your goals, that every now and then you need to check in with spirit. Allow yourself to be led by spirit. Because having your head fully immersed in the material can kind of lead you to be more of the reckless fool than the intuitive, informed fool, if you understand what I'm saying. So, High Priestess and the Fool here under judgments works very well. We have temperance here. Double down temperance. I heard Joe Dispenza again. Go look up Joe Dispenza and watch his videos. He'll help a lot, especially if you've got devil energy gnawing away at your confidence, gnawing away at your well-being and your yeah, your confidence. Um, and by alchemy, it's about transmuting negative thoughts into positive thoughts, into more productive thoughts. Two more, three more, please, Spirit. Look at that. Two of Pentacles. Balance. And then my eyes went to the Four of Pentacles here. This is a contrast here, Spirit is saying. Where the Four of Pentacles, you see he's clutching onto these pentacles. And it's almost as if it's kind of like, you know, he's deliberately has his hands full here. If he's clutching on so tightly, he can't receive or do anything else. You know, so what are you clutching onto, Libra? What is it that you are not letting go of in your life, that you're adhering a little too tightly to? Because the Two of Pentacles is the opposite of the Four of Pentacles. This is a person who has two pentacles and is juggling them loosely between his hands and, you know, dealing with them in an agile way, you know, and a loose and confident way instead of clutching onto them. He's tossing them, you know, and he's doing it expertly with this on land, on firm land in front of this turbulent sea. So this represents dealing with things relatively easy in the midst of chaos. This is, you can do this. There's doing what Libra does best, finding where things need to be balanced and balancing. Because once again, and I'm going to let go of this Four of Pentacles now, but my eyes are really transfixed on the Pentacles. You just need to recognize, Libra, that this is unbalanced energy. You don't want that. And also, you've got Spirit here trying to support you and point things out to you when you've got, unbalanced energies on either side here. So as I'm talking to you, Libra, you probably are at least 75% aware of the things in your life that need to be balanced. But there are some things that you are not quite recognizing yet, which is why we've got these four cards here: the Devil, the Fool, the High Priestess, and Judgment. This is about things that you don't quite see yet. You will. You just have to recognize, ask Spirit, Say, what is it that you want me to see? What do I need to balance in my life? Open yourself up to it. The sooner you do that, Libra, the sooner you can get to these pentacles. Okay, we got two here. Not reversed. We've got the Eight of Cups, right? So here is my answer. Because I was making very broad statements about what it is you need to balance. Four of Cups gives us more of a clue in saying that there are things that no longer serve us, but specifically emotionally here. Because my eyes went over here to Temperance, right? We've got these, I'm focusing on the cups here. Libra, there are some things that are not emotionally fulfilling you. And I think maybe in this moment too, you're starting to see what I'm talking about. There is something in your life, Libra, that, yeah, is like a thorn in your side, but you've accepted that it's just a thorn in your side that's always going to be there. I don't think that it's occurred to you yet to remove this thorn, right? So this can be something like a staple in your life. This can be something like a job that, excuse me, a job that you've had for many, many years. You could have been in the shop for like 20 years, you know? And who thinks of walking away from a job that you've been in for that long? It's ridiculous, you know? But it's a job that gives you an ulcer, you know? You've got agita every day over this job. You go home thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. That kind of thing. Like, it's toxic. And you've kind of accepted this toxicity in your life. And that's just one example. This can be a spouse, a parent, a sibling, you know? Like, whoever thinks about breaking up with a parent, you know, that's someone that is a staple in one's life. But listen, it doesn't matter who this person is. If this is a person who is a clear thorn in your side, who brings you nothing but, um, or very little, but, you know, negative things in your life, then it's time to cut them out. Spirit is very clear here, right? And this diagonal line tells that story very well. This is something that you have held on to for a very long time, and that it doesn't occur to you to let go of it. And you're unwilling. And as I'm telling you this now, it's coming into your head, and you're like, no way. There's no way I can let go. Okay, well, but Spirit is telling you over here that you need to really examine this. And as soon as you transmute this, you will be on your way. And transmutation here, this alchemy, it It requires some kind of action. There's something that you need to do. It's not going to happen on its own. And this is, by the way, for those of you who are new here, welcome. This is my favorite card in the deck. One of my very favorites, but in the top five, I would say. The Eight of Cups, the Be Your Own Hero card, I call it, because he's walking off, he's leaving these cups behind him in the most heroic way. Like he has made the decision to walk away from them. It's something that he's doing for himself because he knows he deserves better. This is the action that you're going to need to take. This is holding on to something that you shouldn't be. Your intuition telling you to do something, you deciding to walk away from it, right? You're making the exchange here, temperance, something that doesn't serve you, something that does serve you. This is your Libra, a balance, making a change, a balancing in your life that will bring you a positive outcome. And then, there's the death, you making the ending here, and you've got good outcome here from your actions. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. What's your outcomes here? Look at the judgments and the Queen. Oh my God. Okay, reversed. Neither of them. Here's the Judgment card again, and the Queen of Swords. This is like saying exactly what I just said. It's unbelievable. Your outcome here is abundance, material abundance. And how are you going to get there? By following the lead of spirit and cutting the things that don't serve you out of your life. Queen of Swords. Libra, you are on your way. It's just, you've got to cut some things loose that are weighing you down on your path here. And I told the same thing to Virgo. If you have Virgo in your chart, go watch it. I was telling Virgo has somewhat of the same message where I'm like, listen, not everyone and everything is meant to move forward with you on your path to abundance, on your path to ascension. You're going to need to leave some people behind. And look at this card very closely, guys. These are upright cups. These cups are not knocked over like in the Five of Cups. That's the spilt milk card where the cups are spilled over and the guy is like crying over the spilt milk. That's not this. These are upright cards. Upright card. These are upright cups. So these represent things that are kind of deceiving in their value. You know, when you look at them, they look like they're valuable, but no, that's right. It's not for him. He needs to move on. And that's also what this Four of Pentacles is talking about. He's holding on to something that he thinks is valuable to him, but it's not. He needs to let go. All right, Libra? Libra. Right, Libras? Libra, I would really love to hear from you guys in the comment section. And I'm not going to lie, does it help me in the algorithm? Yes, and I need all the help I can get to boost this channel. It's the truth. But that's not why I'm asking you. Well, why I'm asking you is because I love engaging with you guys in the comments. I love hearing about um, your thoughts about the reading, what's going on that relates to the reading. I love to hear whether it resonates or not. And I just love engaging with you guys, talking to you guys. Okay. So let me know how this relates to you, and I will be answering you. Um, don't forget to hold on. Advice cards. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. I'm almost there. So It is a very quick and free gesture, costs you nothing, that means the world to me. So I thank you in advance. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you don't miss the upcoming videos. The other thing you might want to consider if you want to help out the channel is to listen to my playlists. The more you listen, the more it helps my channel. You can even, put me on while you're sleeping, which a lot of people do with my favorite channel called the Y-Files. If you've never heard of it, go check it out. It's an awesome channel. It's my favorite. I don't know them. It's just my favorite channel. Anyway, I digress. Okay. So check out the playlist and let the playlist run. Uh don't forget your I'm assuming that most of you are watching this your sun sign, but also you might benefit from watching your moon, your rising, and your north node signs. If you don't know what those are, you can calculate them for free on Google. Just Google calculate my blank sign, and then once you find those out, you come back to the Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding videos. Okay? I love you, my Libras. I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.